EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Miami Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And Wilson in motion left. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and he's got it to about the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Tua. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Braxton Berrios. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Fields. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They'll run with Herbert, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Out of the gun, Fields rolling to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jalen Phillips able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Short throw hauled in by Croft. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On play action, Fields. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
He'll look to throw.
And firing a deep ball for Kmet.
It's caught inside the 25. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Now it's Fields.
It fights him up, and pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give him any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete.
He's to the 15.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Fields now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Looking to throw on second down, Fields.
Flush to his right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Under pressure, they got him again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
They snap it to Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. On first down, Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
Tua sets up to pass it. Pass incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Looking to pass. Tua. Touchdown! Braxton Berrios with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think of...
He's got a man, complete! And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
To throw is Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been abandoned.
Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Fields on first down.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields.
Oh, he stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
They'll set up a throw.
That is caught.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Turbo 1, run. Let's go.
Black Ultra.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Now Tua.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
On first down, it's Fields. Looking deep here for Mooney.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Hey, 21 10. 53 is mine.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. DeMarcus Walker able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? That one looks like he'll throw here.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense, And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Tua now on 1st down.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
Caught on the slant. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Tua now, 3rd and goal.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, boy, what a matchup. 2 NFL so much tradition getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. For the returner, Trey Tucker, going to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Play action. Now O'Connell.
And his first pass is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
First carry for Josh Jacobs.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
They'll go for it. O'Connell. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Off play action, Fields.
They'll roll him out right. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Fields.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now he's forced out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Malcolm Kuntz
providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw here, O'Connell. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. The 20. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 40 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way. And
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams laying himself out in the end zone. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. And now we've got a man a little jumpy here. Maybe trying to block the extra point. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
O'Connell's throwing for it.
And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. On first down, Fields.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Jacorian Bennett has it.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Devon Diablo.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
And O'Connell now to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Now it's O'Connell. And that's going to be incomplete.
The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Buying time to his left.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And that, boy, a dangerous throw there back across the field, but it's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Fields.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again.
Being chased out left.
That is caught by Herbert.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Kari Blasingame
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Throwing on second down. Here's O'Connell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. To the air again with O'Connell.
Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Taylor now to return it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
A final shot before the break. Fields
looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. A final shot before break. Fields. And he'll go right back to Moore. And it's a fumble.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Here's Fields.
Forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
On play action, Fields.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Marcus Epps.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Komet has it. What a grab. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The fullback dive held up short. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more.
And now the rookie's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker, 52 yards. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now it's Boulder. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. O'Connell from the gun on third down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. This one from 46. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this throw incomplete. incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Fields now to throw.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Jacorian Bennett has it.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Again, it's Foreman. Able to power through. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
And one last throw here for Fields.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Here we go. 3:31, 3:31. Press, touch right.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Steps away to it.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And